You know that feeling when you're just tense? Like you look around and everything is actually totally fine, but your body is bracing for an impact that just never comes? It's like you're carrying around this invisible weight. Well, if you've ever felt that way, I promise you, you are not alone. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body when you feel that way. Picture this scenario for a second. You wake up on a quiet, sunny Saturday morning. You've built a good life. You're in a safe home, there are zero immediate deadlines, and absolutely no emergencies pending. Objectively speaking, everything in your adult life is perfectly fine. Yet the absolute second you open your eyes, bam, you're hit with this unexplained heavy wave of dread. So the crucial question we really have to ask ourselves here is, why does your body feel so incredibly unsafe when your life is perfectly fine? It's a really confusing, deeply physical experience, right? It might feel like a tightness in your chest, almost like you're wearing an invisible straitjacket that you just can't seem to take off. Or maybe it feels like you're literally dragging a boulder around inside your stomach. It bubbles up as pure physical tension. And because of that tension, you might suddenly snap at your partner or your kids over something completely tiny. And then, almost instantly, here comes this massive, heavy wave of guilt. And that really illustrates the internal tug-of-war so many of us face. You're constantly asking yourself, why do I feel like this? You look around your living room, you see safety, you see calm, but your heart is just racing. It's this baffling, frustrating disconnect between a reality that is completely safe and a body that feels like it's in full-blown panic mode. I want to take a deliberate pause right here. Really let this sink in. This experience you are having is entirely real. You aren't making it up. It is not a flaw in your character, and most importantly, you are not broken. There is absolutely zero reason to feel shame about this disconnect. Because as we're going to see, your body is actually doing exactly what it was programmed to do. What you're experiencing is actually a learned response. And all that means is it's a physical reaction to past overwhelming events that just keeps playing out, even though your current environment is perfectly safe now. It's not a personal failure at all. It's really just an echo from the past, kind of living out loud in your physical body right now. Think about it like a timeline. You have the past event, the stressor, and that might be long, long gone. You survived it, it's over. But then you look at your present reality. Even though your everyday environment today is safe and calm, your physical survival instinct is still actively firing. It's reacting as if that old threat is standing right there in the room with you. Your body simply hasn't registered that you are safe now. To really get why this happens, let's use a super simple metaphor. Imagine you're walking in the woods and suddenly you see a bear. Instantly, your internal alarm system floods your body with energy. Your heart starts pounding, your ability to think logically literally shuts down because, hey, you don't need to reason with the bear, right? You just need pure survival instinct. And for a one-off event, this system is brilliantly designed to keep you alive. You escape the bear, the alarm turns off. But what happens when the bear comes home every single night? Think about a child in a situation with ongoing, overwhelming stress. What happens to their biology when there isn't a safe, comforting adult around to soothe them? To step in and basically hit the off switch on that biological alarm? Well, what happens is that the alarm gets stuck in the on position. Your biology literally becomes wired for chronic high alert. It learns that the world is inherently dangerous and unpredictable, and so it just stays vigilant. It's constantly scanning for threats, completely unable to naturally recognize that the environment actually changed years ago and that you're finally safe. Let's visualize this using a classic playground metaphor, the teeter-totter. Imagine your nervous system is this teeter-totter. On one side, past adversity and overwhelming stress are pushing down incredibly hard. To keep everything balanced, calm, and healthy, you obviously need weight on the other side, right? That balancing, soothing weight normally comes from nurturing relationships, safe environments, and just feeling genuinely protected. But here is the really profound thing about early overwhelming stress. It doesn't just push down temporarily. It actually permanently shifts the center balance point, the fulcrum, of your teeter-totter. Since your developing brain was wired for threats so early on, that adversity side now has a much longer edge. So as an adult, that means you now need significantly more positive, soothing input on the other side just to achieve a normal baseline feeling of calm. And man, the physical toll of carrying this invisible weight around is massive. It can actually account for up to half the risk of feeling physically worn down over time. And that's even if you have perfect daily habits. You could eat beautifully, exercise, get plenty of rest, but your system is just working incredibly hard in the background, constantly burning energy to keep you safe from a threat that isn't even there anymore. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, but I don't even think about the past. And that is totally fair. That might be entirely true for your conscious mind. You've moved on mentally. But your deepest physical self, your body, remembers. It remembers the exact environment it had to adapt to just to survive. And it is still dutifully reacting to that old environment today. But here is where things shift, because I have some absolutely incredible, hopeful news for you. You actually have the power to rewire this system. The key is this gentle daily concept called buffering. Buffering is simply the intentional practice of giving your nervous system the safety and the soothing it completely missed out on in the past. It's exactly how you purposely add weight to the positive side of your teeter-totter, bringing your body back into a beautiful balance. And you can build this daily practice in a few really simple ways. I like to think of it as whispering safety to your body. Step one is just to pause and breathe. You're just calming the immediate physical response, noticing the tension without judging it. Step two is intentionally connecting with safe, stable people who make your nervous system feel at ease. And step three is seeking out supportive spaces that help build your internal baseline of safety. Just having this awareness helps create a really vital space between your body's old reaction and your brand new response. And then we have our daily anchors. Things like prioritizing sleep, moving your body, spending some time outside in nature, and building healthy, predictable routines. Look, these aren't just fluffy self-care buzzwords. These are highly actionable, real ways to slowly rewrite your body's learned responses. Every single time you do one of these things, you are whispering safety to your system. Which brings us to the core realization here. The ultimate goal of all of this is to become the safe presence you never had. You are actively stepping in to be the regulated, calming adult for yourself that you might have missed out on growing up. When you pause during a moment of morning dread, or when you just take a walk outside, you are essentially holding your own hand. I want you to take a slow, deep breath right now, really, and just let this phrase sink in. I am here, and you are safe. When you say that to yourself, you are warmly telling your brilliant, incredibly protective biology that it can finally stand down. Your anxiety is not a flaw. Your biology just adapted to protect you a long time ago. And now you have the tools to lovingly let it rest. You hold the power to change the balance of your own teeter-totter. It is entirely in your hands, and it starts with just small, gentle steps. So I'm going to leave you with this question to carry with you. How will you show up for yourself today? Think about just one small, buffering habit you can start right now to begin rewiring your beautiful, protective nervous system. You've got this.